Wolves, jackals, and wild dogs are the nearest wild relatives of our beloved domestic dogs. All of them belong to the large biological family known as canids, a group of carnivorous mammals that inhabit every major ecozone across the planet. This family is divided into three primary branches: wolf-like canids, fox-like canids, and the South American canids. In this guide, we'll briefly explore each of these groups and highlight the 15 species of wild dogs that fall within them. The wolf-like canids belong to the canid subtribe, which is part of the broader canini tribe. While canini also includes several fox species, which we'll cover separately, the canid group contains all species of jackals along with most wolves and wild dogs. These animals are widely distributed throughout North America, Eurasia, and Africa. Among them, the gray wolf stands out as the closest living relative of the domestic dog. It is also the largest member of the canine family, reaching weights of up to about 65 kilograms, or just over 140 pounds. Scientists still debate the exact classification of the dingo. Some consider it a subspecies of the gray wolf, Canis lupus dingo. Others classify it as a subspecies of the domestic dog, Canis familiaris dingo, while some argue it should be recognized as its own distinct species, Canis dingo. Whatever its classification, this wild canine is found only in Australia. Dingoes typically display coat colors ranging from deep reddish-brown to pale cream or white, though some individuals can be completely black or entirely white. Similar to wolves, they are territorial animals and often hunt cooperatively in packs of up to 12 members. Their prey can include large marsupials, such as kangaroos and wallabies, but they primarily rely on the plentiful rabbit populations that inhabit the Australian outback. The coyote, also pronounced coyote, branched off from wolves later in evolutionary history. While it resembles a wolf in appearance, it is considerably smaller, usually weighing no more than about 20 kilograms, 45 pounds. Coyotes are widespread across North America, ranging from Canada and Alaska in the north all the way down to Panama in the south. Throughout history, coyote populations and their geographic range have shifted significantly, often influenced by the numbers of wolves and cougars that compete with them for food and territory. They are highly adaptable animals, living in a wide variety of habitats such as grasslands, deserts, and even mountainous regions. Coyotes are especially famous for their vocal nature, using a diverse set of calls for greeting one another, maintaining contact, and alerting their young to danger. The African wolf, commonly called the African golden wolf, is another member of the canine family surrounded by taxonomic debate. For many years, it was classified as a type of golden jackal. However, more recent genetic research has revealed that it is a distinct species and is actually more closely related to the coyote and the wolf. Several subspecies of the African wolf exist, many of which closely resemble a coyote in appearance. These include the Egyptian wolf, the Serengeti wolf, and the Senegalese wolf. Unlike other species of wolf, the African wolf is usually found with their nuclear family instead of larger packs. In addition to small mammals, they are known to hunt the fawns of gazelles, working in groups of 2 or 3 to isolate and separate the fawn from her mother or herd. The Ethiopian wolf is one of the rarest members of the canid family, with only around 200 to 400 remaining in the wild. They live exclusively in 6 isolated high-elevation grassland areas of Ethiopia, where there are large populations of rodents, their primary prey. They live mostly above the tree line and, following the activity patterns of rodents, are active mostly during the daytime. They are also known as the simian jackal or simian fox, exhibiting a spectacular reddish-brown and white coat and, like the gray wolf, can be found in packs of up to 20 members. Thankfully, they are currently subject to several conservation programs which aim to reduce disease within the packs and maintain their habitat. The golden jackal is one of 3 species of jackal, but, unlike its name would suggest, is not closely related to the other 2 jackal species. It is a member of the Canis genus, along with all previously mentioned canids, and lives in southeastern Europe, the Middle East, and South Asia. With such a large range, there are 13 subspecies of golden jackal, including the Persian jackal, the Indo-Chinese jackal, and the European jackal. They're omnivorous, eating a combination of meat and plant matter, such as fruit, and exhibit both predatory and scavenger-like behavior, often waiting their turn on prey killed by larger animals, such as tigers and gray wolves. They are commonly found in river valleys, where they hunt aquatic rodents and birds. Dholes are one divergence removed from the members of the Canis genus and are found throughout much of Asia, as far west as India, as far north as China, and as far south as the islands of Indonesia. They are known as the Asian wild dog, the mountain dog, and the red dog, exhibiting a dark reddish-brown coat and a black tail. Like many of the other canine species, dholes are highly sociable and can be found in packs of up to 40 members. They inhabit the vast swaths of tropical forest found in Asia, and their range often overlaps with large felines such as tigers and leopards, with whom they compete for prey. The African wild dog boasts the unofficial title of the world's most colorful canine. Their coat is made up of white, tan, and black blotches, and they have large, prominent ears. They are one of the largest canids in Africa, weighing up to 80 pounds or 36 kilograms. Today, the pack size of the African wild dog rarely exceeds 50. However, there were reports in the 19th and 20th centuries of packs consisting of over 100 dogs roaming the savanna. Unlike most other canids, it is female wild dogs who have dispersed from the pack instead of males. These lone females will eventually join a different pack, a behavior that prevents inbreeding. They are found throughout much of sub-Saharan Africa, but are currently listed as endangered, with fewer than 6,000 remaining in the wild. The side-striped jackal is the first of 2 closely related jackal species, and the last 2 species of wild dog in the canine subtribe. They are slightly larger than the black-backed jackal, but are still much smaller than the African wild dog, weighing a maximum of 31 pounds or 14 kilograms. They are found throughout much of sub-Saharan Africa, where they feed on invertebrates, small mammals such as the spring hare, and large amounts of fruit, which can make up around 30% of its diet depending on the season. As the name would suggest, the side-striped jackal has a black and white stripe on the side of its body, making it easily distinguishable from Africa's other jackal species. The black-backed jackal is also easily distinguishable, sporting a black back and tail. There are 2 known subspecies. The Cape black-backed jackal occupies the southern tip of Africa, extending no further than the coastlines of Namibia and southern Angola. The East African black-backed jackal roams the eastern side of the continent from Tanzania in the south to Ethiopia and Eritrea in the north. Like their side-striped cousins, they feed on many different types of invertebrates, including beetles, spiders, and scorpions, but are also capable of bringing down larger mammals such as impala. This species only has a few natural predators and will happily roam the savanna alongside other animals such as hyenas, vultures, and eagles, who also scavenge kills by larger animals. The South American canines are contained within Pseudacocyanoine, the sister subtribe to the previously discussed canini. This subtribe includes 1 species of wolf, 2 species of wild dog, and 7 different fox species. The maned wolf is the largest canine native to South America, reaching weights of up to about 30 kilograms, 66 pounds. It is primarily found in the grasslands and forested regions of Brazil, but its range also extends into northern Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, and Paraguay. This species has a striking and unusual appearance. Its reddish coat resembles that of a typical fox, yet its long legs and body structure are more wolf-like. Unlike many other canines mentioned earlier, the maned wolf is largely solitary, though it is most often associated with a bonded mating pair. Maned wolves are mainly nocturnal, becoming active at night to hunt and patrol their territory. During the day, they usually rest in dense vegetation or thick brush for cover. They are omnivores, more so than any of the other canines discussed so far. A plant known as the wolf apple, native to the Brazilian savanna, makes up more than half of their diet, which is how it earned its name. The bush dog, sometimes called the savanna dog, is a compact and sturdy canine that is more closely related to the maned wolf than to any other living canid. It is quite small, weighing only about 7 kilograms, 15 pounds, and standing roughly 30 centimeters tall at the shoulder. This species has a broad distribution, ranging from southern Brazil northward to the Caribbean coast of Venezuela and even reaching into southern Panama via the Isthmus of Panama. Within this range, bush dogs typically hunt in small packs, targeting large rodents such as capybaras and agoutis. On occasion, they have been observed bringing down much larger prey, including tapirs that can weigh as much as 250 kilograms, 550 pounds. Currently, the bush dog is classified as near threatened, largely due to habitat destruction. Despite this, it tends to have a beneficial relationship with humans as it helps control rodent populations in the regions where it lives. The short-eared dog shares a similar appearance with the bush dog, but is far rarer and much less frequently observed in the wild. The fox-like canines belong to a branch of the dog family known as Vulpini, a group made up primarily of true foxes. In addition to foxes, this tribe also includes 2 species of raccoon dog. Despite their name, raccoon dogs are not closely related to raccoons. Their resemblance is mostly superficial, marked by short white muzzles and the distinctive black fur around their eyes. These animals are opportunistic feeders, consuming a wide variety of small prey such as insects, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. While foraging, they must remain alert as wolves are a major predator and are responsible for a significant portion of raccoon dog mortality, estimated at around 60%. Raccoon dogs are similar in size to bush dogs, but are distinguished by their long, thick, shaggy coats. This dense fur helps them survive the harsh winter climates they inhabit, where temperatures can drop to -25 degrees Celsius or -13 degrees Fahrenheit. The common raccoon dog exists in 2 primary population groups. Its native range is centered mainly in China, but it also extends northward into Siberia and southward to Vietnam and Laos. A second population of raccoon dogs is found in Europe, where the species is not native but was introduced. Also called tanuki, the Japanese raccoon dog is a distinct species that closely resembles the common raccoon dog in appearance. However, it is native to the island nation of Japan. While the common raccoon dog is often regarded as an invasive pest in parts of Europe, tanuki hold a very different status in Asian culture. They are widely admired and often portrayed as charming and mischievous creatures, a reputation that's easy to understand given their endearing look. Thank you for watching. This episode is part of the Relative series, where we explore some of the most fascinating animal families in the natural world. Be sure to join me next time as we venture into the vast and diverse world of snakes, examining the countless genera and species that make up this remarkable group. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay updated with future installments in the series.